Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for our daily Oracle and Tarot card reading. And today's reading will be for Tuesday, August 23rd, and all week we're using the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue. And let's get started with the reading. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. And we have Four of Earth. Okay, we have a repeat card. That beautiful girl again. And then we have Six of Water. Beautiful. And ego. Emphasized. Okay, so who's giving too much of themselves out there? Okay, you're doing everything for your family. You're doing everything for your friends. You might be doing everything at the office at work. You're doing stuff in your community and you're exhausted. Okay, allow yourself to receive. Okay, cut back on some of the giving. There is a point where it's too much. I mean, I know it's wonderful and great to give, but when it starts taking a toll on your health and your mental well-being, or the fact that maybe you don't feel appreciated enough and people are taking advantage of you, okay, it's time to strike a balance between the giving and receiving. And then the Six of Water. And when I look at this card, it's just emotions. It's all emotion. The blue, the water is a sign of emotion in the cups. Okay, and it's this mermaid. That's two little mermaids. And they're swimming up above to the top of the water. And it says, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. So we're kind of feeling a little bit sentimental and melancholy today. Thinking back to our childhood. I think back to my childhood all of the time, especially around like birthdays. You know, when it's your birthday, you think of, years ago, you'd have these little parties and stuff like that. And they weren't anything over the top like people have for their children today. But they're sweet little memories that take you back. Especially like when the kids in my area here go back to school. I don't have any children, but I see them walking, their bus stop and stuff. And I think to myself, like, how exciting that was back then, I'd get a new lunchbox. My mom would get me a couple outfits. You'd walk to the school bus. You'd be nervous and scared, but it was exciting because there's going to be new kids there. These little childhood memories are fine to go back and reflect on. However, we can't live in the past. All of our childhood memories might not be positive ones. There's some negative ones too. Okay? It's nice to visit that once in a while, but don't allow yourself to be stuck in the past. Okay? And this card is saying, issues regarding children. Maybe we're having problems with our children. Kids go through phases, and if you're going through a bad phase, it will soon pass. It will soon pass. And this card here, is saying, memories. Memories of back when you were a child. So think, if you're having a problem with maybe a child in your family, whether they be very young, maybe, teenager, think of what it was like when you were that age and try to sympathize with them. Because if we knew back then what we know now, we probably wouldn't have gotten ourselves into the trouble we did. And then we have the ego again. Okay, someone is focusing on material things. Someone is gratifying themselves, maybe through retail therapy, where they're going on regular shopping sprees, or they have to keep going on vacations, or treating themselves to jewelry, or they're grasping at worldly possessions to try to make them feel better about themselves, try to improve their self-worth. Too many people identify with the car that they drive. Okay, or the house that they live in, or how they're dressed. Okay, these are very short-lived happinesses, and I don't even know if I could call it happiness. I think it's a short-lived satisfaction, temporary satisfaction. So you got to realize that your ego will never be satisfied, and if you keep relying on things like that to satisfy the ego, monetary things, material things, if that's all it took to make us happy, we'd be happy by now. If you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel because I will be back.